What's up guys, JS Comics, also known as Ethan here, and for people who haven't seen her video, this is Thiadel, my partner. Today we're doing something a bit different. So for those who don't know, because of course how would you know, this is the first video with us, we are dating, and we have been dating for almost 5 years at this point. Now, we are long distance. I am still in the UK, she is still in Sweden. So we thought, with the nature of a lot more dating is online now, a lot more people are becoming long distance, that we would write down a few key points for helping others with their long distance relationships. A few points to keep in mind before you go into a long distance relationship as well.
Hello everyone, I'm the partner. Yeah, we've been together for so long and we have been through a lot of trials and tribulations, and I feel like we have learned a lot and have been so thankful to grow with Ethan as a person. So we wanted some useful advice that we can think of.
So, with my first one, especially because both of us have mental conditions, having a code that we use when we need like time alone. Now, for us, we call it butterfly days. And because with the nature of our health conditions, it is very difficult to communicate and explain what you're feeling on the day. We summed it down to sending an emoji if we needed time away. So for butterfly days, you send a butterfly. For days where we're only going to speak in the evening, it's a caterpillar. Of course, you don't have to utilise the same code. You can use your own, whichever one that you want to do. But we found that when we started implementing that, it made a lot of things easier.
Definitely, and as he said, for people suffering with our conditions, just to give signals can be so helpful when you just don't want to move in bed or do anything. Mine goes a bit similar to Ethan's. It's also about prioritizing time for yourselves and each other. That you're not glue connected to each other. You need to grow as your own people and be okay with more separation if you need, and yeah, so you can learn other influences and you won't be as stuck in the same routine all the time.
Because when you're long distance, it is a very natural thing that you want to be around each other because you can't be around each other. So to counteract that, you will oftentimes spend a lot of time in voice calls or video chats and ignore your own needs of separation and time to yourself, because everyone needs time to do your hobbies, time to relax by yourself, just anything you need to do to recharge. And realizing that that's okay is a big step, especially in long distance relationships. My second point was small acts of kindness. Now, again, it's harder to do long distance. Like a small act of kindness would be making your partner a cup of tea, for example, but you can't do that with long distance. There are things you can do. I, as a writer, have found that I enjoy writing poetry about my partner, and sometimes when she's feeling down or we're having a very emotional time, I write a poem to remind her of how I still love her. It's just a bad day, you know? But you could also do even smaller acts, like if you're watching a movie together, picking their favourite movie or their show over your own goes a long way.
That's definitely like playing their video games, let them like talk all about their interests and just have time to express themselves around each other. My second one is that you will have to need a lot of communication skills. The ability to be very honest with your partner, which will probably need some work on your own issues for that to work, that you are willing to grow as a person, and grow together. Because in the long term, if you can't communicate very well with your partner, you'll be getting stuck in a situation where you can very easily agitate each other and get in a lot more fights than you want.
But as a side note, fighting is not bad. If you're fighting in a relationship, it means you are still trying to be in a relationship. And I would actually put that not fighting in a relationship is a bigger red flag than having a few headbutts now and then of, well, you didn't put that away, and that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
And that leads on to my third one of being forgiving. Now, online, a lot of things can lose context. It can be interpreted the wrong way. I don't know how many times I've read a message, not even just with my partner, but with friends and family, where the way they said it came off as aggressive to me, but it was just a simple way of expression for them. And being forgiving of also realizing that they are human, just as you are, and they are going to make mistakes, just as you will, and it is not the end of the relationship, it is not the end of the world, it is a, hey, this hurt me, this is why, and moving on. Don't hold on to grudges, because no one wins in that situation.
And I feel like, especially when you are long distance and from different countries, there can be some cultural differences that pokes its ugly head up and lead to misunderstandings. For my third one, I very much think it's important to open up to each other and open up things like hobbies and being open to enjoy their hobbies and interests. I have learned a lot of things that I thought I didn't enjoy. Things that have helped us online is enjoying video games. Because I was a very casual gamer before, and I have somewhat learned how to shoot something in an FPS game. Thanks to him. And also learned a lot of hobbies that I had no idea about, like Warhammer and such, which has been very fun. So yeah, I think that will help your relationship not to get stale, and you will be able to do a lot more interesting stuff together.
And that goes on to my point of doing something simply because they want to do it. Now, it is very similar, I admit, to some of the earlier points, but prioritizing what they want to do over your own thing. And simply, like, sometimes that can be because they're not mentally in the right headspace to do what you want to do. Now, to take an example of when we're in person, I could be wanting to go for a walk. It's like a lovely sunny day and I want to stretch my legs. However, my partner may be in a bad headspace. It could be due to mental health reasons, bad news, 100 different things could be influencing that. And all they want to do is stay in bed. Now, I could go out by myself and go for a walk and then come back, or I could choose to stay in bed with them and cuddle and be there for them in their negative headspace. So choosing to do what they want to do can have a lot of better mental health impacts than you might realize at the beginning.
Absolutely. And for my fourth one, I think that can also be very helpful is if you say have mental issues where you can't talk to someone for all the time online. A good thing, and outside of that, is to share your daily life with them. Like if you're on a walk, like take a picture of your surroundings and let them know what you feel that day, or share a video of you cooking what you did for dinner, or be on camera together and cook, and do a lot of engagement like that. I think, yeah.
Now, my final one is learning to be comfortable just in each other's presence, i.e. doing separate things together. Now, like I've mentioned, like, personal hobbies are very important. However, what do you do on the days where you still want to spend time with each other, but you want to play that new video game and they really don't? Just do that. Get into a voice call and just be spending time together whilst you're doing your own things. I've had times where I stream the game that I'm playing so that she can watch along whilst she's also drawing or reading or doing whatever she wants to do. That way we both have that decompression time whilst also being able to be together.
Another thing that could be very fun for your partner and you to do online is to grow your self-expression together. As you can see with both Ethan and me, we have very expressive styles. And a lot of the time we'll go on sites together, look up clothes, look up fashion ideas, inspirational boards for what we like, and just sort of support each other in how we want to dress and express ourselves.
Yep, and that is where I got this little guy from. Hang on, let me get closer to the camera. Which, if you don't get the reference, it's a Chainsaw Man reference, but with my favourite animal, the capybara. And of course, I think it looks good on my cowboy suspenders as well.
Yeah, he's your little friend.
Yeah. So those were just a few ideas that we came up with that have helped us with our long distance relationship. I hope that it helps you, that you find some form of guidance with these, and yeah, thank you all for watching. I will be putting thiadels links down below. She has just released her first video today. So if you want more of me, I will also be in that video as well. But yeah, thank you all for watching.
Thank you very much for introducing me, having me on your channel. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys around.
And I'll see you guys next week in the next video. Goodbye.